Good morning, warriors. It is Wednesday, August 3rd. The weigh-in that you just saw was this past Sunday, which would have been July 30th, I believe. I weighed in on that specific day because it was like my 12-week out point. So I figured I just wanted to document like where I was at that day. And that day I was, I think it was like 130 point whatever. But today I actually finally broke the 130 barrier and I am 129.6. I did do a quick physique update. Again, that is from when I was weighing in at 130 and 130 and some change. And regrettably would have preferred to have done one from today, but I didn't have time. Everyone's different when it comes to getting leaner. My body particularly likes to lose fat from my midsection first, my upper body as well. Everything like from the top half kind of tends to start getting dialed in a lot sooner, and the absolute last thing to go is the backs of my legs. So whether I'm brave enough to show the backs of my legs just yet in this video, I have yet to decide. My lighting was very unforgiving in my room, so we'll see. Anyway, it is like first thing in the morning. It's like 8 o'clock, and I have escaped my house because there was just too much noise, and I wanted to eat breakfast like peacefully. So I left, and now I'm sitting by the bike path by the water, enjoying my breakfast. Because whenever you're in a stressful situation, it is completely in your control to remove yourself from it. So that's what I did this morning. And when you're like jacked up on caffeine, you can't afford to be eating with anxiety. That's just like one surefire way to, I don't know, just not digest things properly. Anyway, so the purpose of this video, I will be filming my back day. Actually, I might even be using this as a voiceover for my back day. I want to make my videos more of like the 10 to 15 minute mark. I would like to avoid half-hour videos if I could. Let me know if you'd prefer otherwise. Just let me know what you prefer in the comments. So I wanted to, first of all, I wanted to talk about my big win this weekend. As some of you know, I was talking about kind of possibly enjoying a refeed, and by refeed I mean it was going to be a legit cheat meal on my sister's baby shower. Given that I weighed in at 130 on Sunday, like I said, had I not broken that barrier, I was not going to do such thing. And I did not, and so therefore, I did not. And I think I'm at a place where even if I did, I wouldn't have wanted to indulge that day. There was a lot of different food, and when you're dieting really hard, it's really hard to kind of keep things in moderate control. At least I know for me, especially when like my carbs get like cut and all that kind of stuff. So in my mind, it was probably the safest route to not enjoy it. And I'm glad I didn't, because now, you know, I finally broke in like the 130 barrier. I'm finally getting somewhere, which is great. And I do have work to do. I'm using the 50-30-20 ratio, except we have switched the carbs and the fats. So now I'm at 50 protein, 30 fats, and 20 carbs. So that slashes my carbs from 120 grams to about 80. There's still, like, I could still play a little bit, like I'm still getting a little bit of something in there. Like, right now I've still been having my black bean pasta, because fiber. In the morning, if you guys watch me on Snapchat, I always have a chia seed pudding, which I really, really love and highly recommend for those of you who are having a lot of fats in their diet. I use, not even a lot to be honest, because I use just like the little light, little mini cans of light coconut milk, and I mix it with 3 tablespoons of chia seeds and a scoop of protein powder. And it's great because chia expands and it makes you feel full for longer. It's also great for digestion. It's got, again, fiber, and it's got omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants, so it's win-win, really. It's a great little breakfast, and I highly recommend. Anyway, I digress. So, because my carbs got slashed on the Friday, it always takes about 3 days for my body to kind of realize what's going on. And on the Saturday, I guess it started taking its toll even on the Saturday, because I mean, like, the night before I was preparing spring rolls with my mom. I was preparing antipasto skewers. I was like balling watermelons and stuff. And it's weird because when you're like preparing food, it's really easy to just like grab something and put it in your mouth. And I actually, like, the urge kind of, like, that habit got cued, and I was like, oh, I can't do that today. And that was weird. That was like a weird realization, because it's something so natural, so automatic. So I was preparing that stuff. Like, the next morning I was like doing like a bunch of house chores for like 2 hours straight, nonstop. And then like when I finally paused, like I noticed my energy level kind of like dwindle. But I also noticed that with like the smells of like the food being cooked and looking at all the things that, and my sister brought like my favorite cookies, like, anyway. So I was just like, wonderful. I started noticing that my like brain power started to fade, and like I started getting irritable. I started getting into like this really bad space, and like that day was not about me. That day is about my sister and her baby and all that kind of stuff. So, I didn't want to bring that vibe to the party. So I escaped to my room. I opened up one of my books. Another one that I highly recommend. It's called The 7 Decisions by Andy Andrews. I have a whole bunch of parts highlighted. So I opened up my book and I found some parts. And if you follow me on Snapchat, you saw them and you probably wondered, what's that all about? Those are some of the favorite ones. And I read them. I read them to myself. I read them out loud to myself. I looked at myself in the mirror. I read them to the mirror. And I had a little chat with myself, and in the mirror, out loud, I shit you not, I probably looked really crazy, but I did not care. And I told myself, Sophie, you are a badass bitch, and you get shit done. I told myself, like, I choose to be here, I choose to be on this prep, I choose to follow it to a T, and I choose to be happy about it. I'm not gonna sit there and pity myself for not being able to eat with everybody else. At the end of the day, it's just food. And it's temporary, and I'll be able to enjoy it again. And I told my sister October 22nd, you are making me a batch of those cookies. And that's it. So I went downstairs and I did the day, and I didn't touch anything, and I had my meals, and because it's not my family's like first rodeo with me, like it's not like I didn't get like probed with too many like, oh, you mean you can't eat this? I didn't get that at all, actually. I got questioned when I started making like black bean pasta, and they're like, what the hell are you eating? But it was nice that there was none of the really annoying things that people like to say. So that was great. It was more questions about my nutrition. What do I have to do? Because they're just curious, right? So like that was kind of cool. I felt so good. I felt so relieved when it was over. I wanted to cry, I'm not gonna lie, but I was proud of myself because I did it. Because for the last 2 years, I mean, losing, or caving I should say, has become a bit of a habit. And once that becomes a habit, it's hard to break it. And you don't realize that that's all it is. Like, you think, oh, it's just because like I don't have willpower or I don't have discipline. And it's like, no, it's because you've made caving a habit. And so I needed to change that and make winning a habit. And I did that day. I mean, it's not a habit yet, but it does get easier. Once you start doing that, it gets easier. And you do get like a slight high off of it. I'm not gonna lie. When you hear that one person tell you like, oh, I don't know how you do it. And you're like, that's right. You don't know how I do it. I'm just saying, like, you try to find ways to empower yourself throughout, because it does get hard and you do get tired. And the day after, I slept like 12 hours because I needed to recover from that. That's when actually the diet started to kick in, and I got like crazy fog brain. It literally felt like my head was like this big, but not like, it was like a weird pain. It was like there was clouds that were like filling up my head, and there wasn't enough space for the clouds. It was so weird. And like, I was trying to stay positive as much as I could. My boyfriend was like, how are you feeling? Are you okay? How are you feeling? And I'm like, leaner. I'm getting leaner. And he's like, what is wrong with you? So that was my win this weekend. I know a lot of you might be going through some of your first preps. You might be dealing with a lot of these questions and a lot of things that are gonna make you maybe doubt yourself, doubt your abilities, or doubt what you're even doing. Sometimes you will get criticized. I mean, I haven't been now because my family understands a little bit more, but when I was doing my first prep 2 years ago, I was working in a restaurant, which was a very, I hate to say, it was a very misogynistic environment, and I got criticized quite a bit with what I was doing, and my family also gave me a bit of a hard time at the beginning because they just didn't understand, and you kind of just have to remove yourself from that. And it's something that you have to accept that you can't avoid. To avoid criticism is to basically make yourself insignificant. And who wants that, right? And without further ado, I'd like to discuss my top 5 most annoying things that I hear on prep. So number 1, and this one is actually pretty general. It's not even in prep. Sometimes it's just basic, like healthy lifestyle or basic weight loss or anything like that. When somebody finds out you're doing something that they are not. I don't know how you do it. I like food too much. Yeah, because I fucking hate food. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I like those cookies that my sister made, I probably like more than most people. I don't do this because I hate food. In fact, I probably rebounded 20 fucking pounds because I love food. And it's also kind of like, hey guys, do you forget who I am? Like, I'm a foodie. I like to consider myself a foodie. When I go traveling, like, food is a big part of what I enjoy in that experience. When I'm with my family, food is what we enjoy together. Like, it's just everything. Like, I grew up and everything revolved around food. So don't tell me that I'm doing this because I don't like food. So that one's just kind of annoying. It's like, hey, hello, did you just see that I ate like 6 freaking times today? I don't think I could do this if I hated food. A lot of people get shocked when I tell them how much weight I need to lose. So number 2 is when they look at me and they go, oh, well, how much more weight do you need to lose? Or where do you have to lose weight from, like, your kneecaps? And they laugh, and I'm like, actually, yeah, I do. I have these weird pockets of fat around my knees, and I do need to lose them. And they don't understand that, because to them, they think that, like, you're just losing weight to look good, but you're not. You're losing weight to step on a competitive stage. This is a completely different kind of weight loss. Number 3 kind of ties in with the other one. Oh, but you already look so great. I actually prefer you with a little meat on you. Oh, are you on the judging panel? Thank you very much. Like, guys, like, I'm not doing this for you. First of all, I'm doing it for me. Second of all, you're not the one who's gonna award me with points that day. So I'm definitely not doing it for you. I got that one a lot. And it's because I did work with a lot of men at the restaurant back when I was prepping, and like everybody feels the need to like let you know their opinion of you, but they don't get it. They think they're just like complimenting you and they're making you feel flattered and whatever. And like, that's fine. It's just, again, all of these things are not like the biggest deal of the world, but when you're in a deficit and you're starving for a purpose, like your patience level is running low and you're just like, I don't know. I can't deal. I can't deal. Sorry, this is like becoming a bit of a bitchy rant, but it's gotta be done. This one I love. But you wanna live a little, right? You wanna like enjoy your life. You know what? I really enjoy my life when I win. I really enjoy my life when I'm shredded. I really enjoy my life when I see progress. I enjoyed my life when I brought home a trophy. I enjoy my life when I feel like I can say no to food and I don't feel like I'm powerless to something that is inanimate. I really enjoy my life when I'm not doubled over in pain because y'all ate a bunch of cheesecake and now you've got a severe case of the farts. Like, I enjoy my life. Thanks. I don't need you to tell me how to enjoy my life. And number 5, I have not figured out until just now. Number 5 is not necessarily annoying. It's just like, you become saturated by it a little bit. And this is why, another reason why I actually start to like avoid social situations is because like the 20 questions after a while, as much as I love answering your questions, don't get me wrong, I love answering your questions. It's just that when you're in it and like for example, the baby shower, where I'm kind of like, I just want to forget that I'm doing something different from everybody else and just like, just let me live. Is like the 50 questions that you get in terms of like your nutrition and what you do and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, when they ask me like, oh, so what you're eating, is that healthy? Like, should I be eating that? And, you know, so if I want to lose weight, do I need to cut carbs too? Something you have to understand is that competition diet is not basic weight loss. Competition dieting is extreme because it is an extreme sport. It's to get me to an extremely low body fat percentage, which is not sustainable for the whole year. It's really for that one day. And so if you want to diet, do not copy paste what I'm doing, because that's just going to lead you foggy brained and tired and irritable, and that is not your life. You can lose weight at a nice, slow, steady pace, at a healthy rate, at a balanced rate. But when you're competing to be the best, it's a different ball game, and people don't always seem to understand that. And you know, oh, but you can't have this, oh, but you can't have that, and they kind of look at you with this like poor you face, and you're like, I'm okay. Are you gonna be okay? I feel like they have a harder time with it than I do. And like, I don't want to say I don't get anything out of it, because like I said, when they say things like, oh, I don't know how you do it, like that's so amazing, and you're just like, yes, I need that reminder. It is amazing. I am amazing. I can do this. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? So like, it's not like I'm not gonna lie, it's not like I get nothing out of it. But when you're fighting temptation, when you're fighting hunger, like extreme hunger, when you're running on empty, you are running on very low patience, and sometimes you just need to breathe, and you need to calm down, and you need to keep a positive mindset. And sometimes it's harder than others, but we move on, and that's okay. So that ended up being a much longer rant than I originally intended. So on that note, I'm gonna let you guys go for this week. Don't forget to use my hashtag Warrior Mindset. I will keep you guys posted on the giveaway, the prep series giveaway, and I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. We can get on in this together. And I guess I gotta go and like do the things. I think my bus is coming soon, so it should probably run. I've got a client now, so I will see you guys later. Again, thumbs up, comment down below, yeah, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye. Yes, I will cook it and I'll just throw it all together. I'll tell you what I did, show you the final product, and hopefully it turns out okay, because by the way, did I mention I'm doing this on the fly? Yeah, I'm crazy like that.